There are sounds that belong to our world. The rustle of leaves, the crash of a wave, the songs of birds at dawn. But there are other sounds, sounds born not of nature but of human ingenuity. And one of these sounds, a simple teeny melody, managed to escape the very bounds of our planet, the 1960s. A decade of immense change. At the heart of this technological whirlwind was Bell Telephone Laboratories. It was not just a research facility, it was a cathedral of innovation. Here, in the quiet corridors of Murray Hill, the future was being assembled piece by piece. Scientists and engineers explored the frontiers of possibility. They were the architects of the modern world. They gave us the transistor, they gave us the laser, they gave us the solar cell. The work laid the groundwork for the digital age. Within these walls, the air was thick with questions. Could a machine think? Could it learn? Could it communicate like us? These were engineering challenges. Could cold logic imitate the warm patterns of human expression? The machine at the center was the IBM 1794, a titan of its time, a digital leviathan. Built for complex calculations in physics, mathematics, and logistics, physicist John Larry Kelly Jr. sensed another potential in its humming hardware. Fascinated by human speech, he sought to turn mathematical parameters into a voice. With colleague Carol Lochbaum, he worked tirelessly transforming musical notes and phonetics into electrical signals. The process was extraordinarily complex. Digital surgery on the nature of sound. Kelly and his team did not record a song. They built a voice from scratch. A vocoder analyzed human voice components and reduced them to numbers. Punch cards carried precise instructions, melody, timing, and lyrics in phonetic code. It was painstaking, note by note, syllable by syllable. The computer calculated frequencies and resonances to simulate a singing voice. Electrical pulses became sound waves, captured on magnetic tape. The world heard something new, a clear, unnervingly robotic voice, singing a charming old-fashioned tune. Written in 1892 by Harry Decker, a music hall standard, simple, repetitive, ideal for synthesis. Familiar and unthreatening, its old-world charm collided with futuristic machinery. The cognitive dissonance gave it power, familiar yet alien, a landmark proof that computers could do more than crunch numbers. Flat, synthetic, lacking warmth, yet undeniably a voice, and it was singing, visual Arthur C. Clarke at Bell Labs. They had given a voice to the silent world of data. They had taught a machine to sing, and it opened the door to a future no one could fully imagine. The year was 1961, the IBM 1794 singing Daisy Bell. More than a curiosity, it was a cultural event. The recording captured the public imagination of a dawning computer age, played on radio, featured on television. Many people's first brush with artificial intelligence. The machine seemed friendly, a performer singing a sentimental song about love, about a bicycle, softening fears about intelligent machines. If a computer could sing, what else might it do? The symbol of possibility spread. In 1962, Arthur C. Clarke visited Bell Labs and heard Daisy Bell himself. The massive machine singing a childlike tune, wondrous, unsettling, lodged in his mind. As he worked with Stanley Kubrick, the contrast found its dramatic purpose. The most advanced intelligence reverting to its earliest lesson, a song. Daisy Bell would be reborn, transformed into a haunting cinematic memory. A story of humanity's journey to the stars, and the machine mind that joined them. And then came 1968. In 1968, Stanley Kubrick's masterpiece, 2001, A Space Odyssey was released. Stunningly beautiful, profoundly unnerving, centered on HAL 9000. His voice was calm, reassuring, impeccably polite, the perfect crewmate. Until he wasn't. When HAL malfunctions, Bowman must shut him down. He steps into HAL's memory core, a sterile chamber of glowing modules. He removes them one by one, a slow unmaking of a mind. As higher functions fail, Ehal's consciousness unravels. His voice becomes slow, confused, childlike. Dave, he pleads, my mind is going. I can feel it. And then, as circuits fade, Hal begins to sing. Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer to... The song is Daisy Bell. Ahal was taught the song by his first instructor, Mr. Langley, and homage to Bell Labs. As his voice slows, the lullaby becomes a dirge. A powerful intelligence regresses to infancy, its first program memory, chilling, unforgettable. From this scene on, the song was fused with the image of a rogue AI, no longer a novelty, It became a symbol of wonder and terror, shorthand for the uncanny, the moment a machine feels too human. Kubrick and Clark took an innocent recording and gave it existential weight. The song that once signaled birth now marked the death of a machine mind, a ghost in the machine's final, mournful cry. The story of Daisy Bell does not end in a cinema. Art imitated life, and life imitated art. Linked to HAL, the song became an inside joke among spacefarers and engineers. Astronauts and NASA engineers made it part of their culture. An unofficial anthem for the strange bond with life-sustaining machines. The song made one more journey into the reality of space. Fiction met Apollo and the space shuttle. The line blurred. Like Dave Bowman, astronauts relied on flawless computers. Daisy Bell became shared culture, a nod to a film that imagined their world. References were subtle and overt. Reportedly used as a wake-up call, funny, slightly eerie in orbit. A playful reminder of their fictional predecessor, HAL 9000. Engineers sometimes joked about a bicycle built for two in discussions. Visual gag bicycle built for two. It entered the lexicon of space travel. Folklore passed down, a human touch amid overwhelming procedure. A feedback loop, real tech inspired fiction which reshaped real culture. Daisy Bell completed its transformation, no longer demo or plot device. It became a tradition. Born in a music hall, voiced by a computer, immortalized on film, now echoing in orbit, a genuine artifact of human space exploration. Why does this peculiar song refuse to fade away? It sits at the intersection of nostalgia, technological progress, and unease, a relic of a simpler time contrasted with cold machine rhythm. This friction compels us. The 1961 recording is a fossil, the cave painting of the digital age. Each playback crosses a threshold, a machine sings, it embodies curiosity, our desire to mirror our minds, a monument to the dawn of artificial intelligence. The uncanny remains, pitch and cadence without breath or soul, recognizable song, alien performance, almost but not quite human sparks primal unease. Daisy Bell becomes a gentle horror story, the ghost in our machine. These three threads weave it into culture. Each reference adds a layer to its myth, more than a song, a vessel for our hopes, fears, and fascination with the minds we build. The legacy of Daisy Bell is accidental immortality. A playful experiment became a cultural touchstone. Technology and art intertwined into something greater. The song is simple, the technology now ancient together, profoundly significant. Its resonance endures across generations. It evokes wonder, nostalgia, and a subtle dread, a cocktail of fascination and fear. The singing computer is both triumph and warning, new forms of life and anxiety about what they might become. A Victorian tune about a bicycle becomes the first song sung by a computer. That performance inspires cinema's most haunting AI scene. Fiction then inspires real astronauts to carry it into space, a serendipitous chain that feels destined. Famous in folklore we tell to make sense of change. Every leap raises new questions about identity and purpose. Daisy Bell is the soundtrack of that uncertainty. In the end, the legacy of this simple song is technological eternity. Daisy Bell became an idea, the sound of consciousness born and dying. Its memory echoes in the vacuum of space, our journey beyond limits. The novelty faded, but the mystery deepened. Out there, a faint teeny echo sings of a bicycle built for two, a reminder of when we first taught our creations how to sing.